Whenever I want to filter the data, I can click here and filter from here and hide the filter from here. Hello everyone, my name is Ashish, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create a Power BI report end to end. So in this video I will show you how to extract data from data source and do some basic transformations on Power Query and create relationships into data model, create measures, calculated columns, and creating visualizations. So we'll show you everything, and also I will show you how to choose an appropriate color palette for your report, how to choose a layout, and how to think about questions that you are going to answer in your report. So I will show you everything. Let's start this video. So before you jump on anything, I want to show you this. So when we develop a Power BI report, there are some common steps that we follow. That is, first we get data from data sources. It can be Excel, it can be CSV, or it can be any SQL databases, or it can be anything on cloud. So we get data from data source and then we apply some basic data transformations on that. So I have some checklist of basic data transformations I will show you in some time. After we do the data transformations in Power Query, we load that data into our data model and then we create schema and relationships between the tables that we have loaded. And after that, this is the very important step which 90% of the people miss out on. That is thinking about the questions that you're going to answer in your report. This is very critical step and most of the people miss out on this. So as per the questions that we are going to answer in our report, we create calculated columns, measures or tables as per the requirement. At this step, our data model is completely ready. Then we move to the next step, which is choosing a report layout. That is whether we are going to create a report in a horizontal layout or a vertical layout, and what will be the size of the report. At the same time, we choose a color palette, which we are going to use in our report. Then in the next step, we start creating visualizations as per the questions. So let's do the first step, that is getting data from data source. In this report, I'm going to use a Maven Analytics challenge dataset. So let's head towards Maven Analytics website. I have bookmarked this website. I will paste this link of the website in the description so you can also use this. So come down and here you will find filter by. Here you will choose multiple table. In tags, you can choose retail. And here it is. We are going to use this Mexico toy sales dataset. So we will download the dataset from here. It is downloaded. So now I will open this and you will have to extract this folder. So extract all, extract. Now I will move towards Power BI and load these four tables. So I will do get data and choose text or CSV as our source is CSV. So you can see it's already here. I will choose inventory and it's showing me the preview of the data table. So I will not directly load this. I will go to transform data and from here I will load the other tables, product, sales, and the last table is stores. So now our data table is loaded and now we can start applying the basic data transformations. Now I'm going to change the name of the tables. We'll make it products, make this sales, and I will name this inventory. Okay, so I have a checklist of some basic data transformation. Let's check that. So these are changing the data type. So here in this transformation step, I will check if any data type is not matching with our column values, and we'll change that. So in inventory table, we have store ID, which is number, product ID, which is number, stock on hand, which is also number. It's fine. Go to stores table. Store ID is number, store name is text, store city is text, store location is text, and store open date is date. This is also fine. In sales table, I have sales ID, which is integer. Say date is date. Store ID is number, fine. Product ID is also number, fine. Unit is also number, fine. Go to product, and here we have product ID as integer, product name as text, product category as text, product cost as text, and product price as text. So we don't need these two columns in text format. Instead, we need this in integer format, decimal format, that is two-digit decimal. So how can we do this? If we change it from here and make it fixed decimal number, add new step. So it's returning me error. Why is it returning the error? It's saying we could not convert to a number. Why is it not able to convert to a number is because of this dollar sign. So what we will do is we will segregate dollar and delete the column. So let's click on product cost and go to transform tab. Here you have split column. I will split by number of characters. I will split the first character, so mention it as 1, and here split once as far left as possible. Okay, so it has been segregated into two columns where one is having dollar and second is having the value. So we don't need this dollar, so I will delete, remove. Go to product price, do the same thing, split column by number of characters, one character once as far left as possible, and okay. And I will remove this as well. Rename this as product cost, and rename this as well as product price, duct price. Now the data type is fine here. Now let's check out the second transformation step, that is promote rows to header if required. In our case, it is not required as the headers are fine in every table, so we don't require that. What is the next transformation step? Replace null with 0 or NA. In this step, you will have to replace null values in a column with 0 or NA. So how can we check if we have null values in our table? For that, go to view, click on column quality. Here we have valid, error, and empty. So if you have any null value or error value, it will show some percentage of values here in empty and error. Currently it's 0 in both, so we don't have any error or any empty values or null values. So we don't require any replacement. So in this table, it's not required. Go to next table and check the same thing. Everything is valid 100%. We don't require it here as well. In sales, the same. It's valid. Everything is valid 100%. In product, also we don't require anything. Then move to the next transformation step, that is add custom columns if required. So currently we don't require any custom columns. So our basic transformation is done and we can load this data set into our data model. So close and apply. So it's going to take some time and will load all the 4 tables. So our data table is loaded. Now we can proceed towards creating schema and relationship between these 4 tables. Now let's move ahead and create relationship between tables. So I will move to model tab, and here Power BI has already detected some relationships. So I will have to verify if those relationships are correct or not. So generally how I create a data model is I keep the dimension tables on top. So let's do the same. So here I can see that the store is a dimension table and the product is also a dimension table. So I will keep these two on top. And inventory, what is this? It's having product ID, store ID, and stock on hand. It is a fact table. And sales is also a fact table. So now let's verify the relationships. So this inventory is having a relationship with store table, that is one to many, which is correct. It is having another relationship with product on product ID, which is also correct. And the sales table has two relationships, one with store on store ID, that is correct. And the product is having product ID relationship. So this is also correct. And every relationship is one to many. So we are following the star schema concept also. Now the next step is to think about questions that we are going to answer in this report. So let's write some questions based on the data. So I will look at the data and gather some questions that I'm going to answer on this report. So we have four tables: stores, having store name, store city, store location, and store open date. And then we have product, having product names, product category, product cost, product price. And then inventory is having stock on hand. So we will have to derive profit by product. So this is one question. Can derive profit by product. I will show this in a bar graph. Bar graph. I will show top 10 products. Next question can be profit by store. Profit by store. This can also be a bar graph. See, you must be thinking why I'm choosing bar graph here. So bar graph depicts the categorical comparison best. So that is the reason I'm choosing bar graph here, as I have to show profit by product, which is a category, and store, which is a category. So here also I will choose top 10. The next I will show overtime analysis. So it can be sales by year, quarter. And since this is sales over time, so the best chart will be a line chart. So I will choose the charts also here. So it will be easy for me to create visualizations directly without too much of thinking on that stage. The next can be sales by store location over time. So this will also be a line chart, as we are showing the analysis over time. And in legend, I will show store locations. Now these are the charts, and on top I will show KPIs or cards for sales, cost, and profit. Creating calculated columns and measures that we require to show those sales, product, and cost. And we'll also need a date table here. Let's create that. So let me first create a separate date table, which will have the minimum and maximum date of the sales table. The sales table is having data for 2017 and 2018. So I will take the minimum and maximum date from here. So let's create a date table. Click on any table. And from here, table tools, I will select new table and name it as date table. I'll create variable for start date, which will be minimum of sales date. Let's create another variable for end date, which will be maximum of sales date. Now let's create a date table variable, and this will be add columns. It takes table and then the expressions. So in table I will add calendar function, which returns a table with one column of all dates between start date and end date. So we have a start date and end date parameter. Parameter is in variable. So we have start date and end date variables. So we will use that here. Start date, comma, end date, close. And since we are going to show sales by year quarter, so we'll need quarter columns as well. For that, I will write quarter number, which will be quarter of date. In this date, I will choose this date. Next column will be quarter name, where I will show in Q1, Q2 format. So let's write a format function. I missed comma. Format date, and here I will write slash QQ. So this quarter, I have quarter number is basically to sort this quarter name. Now if I need a month, I can write that month number, month date. Similarly, month name, format date. Let's return this date table. And our date table is ready. So now let's sort this quarter name by quarter number, and this month name by month number. Sort by column, month number. And let's mark this table as a date table. So go to table tool, mark as date table. Here I will choose date column. Okay. Now let's write some calculated column and measures. So I will go to product. Here I can see I have product ID, product name, product category, product cost, and product price. And in sales table, I have units. So I have number of units here and product price and product cost here. So from here, I will write a new column for profit per product, which will be product price minus product cost. Let's create a new column. Write profit per product, product price minus product cost. So I have this column here. Now go to sales table and we can create new columns for sales, cost, and profit. So let's write new column, sales. It will be related product, say product price into unit. So this product price will give me sales and product cost will give me cost, and the product per profit per product will give me profit, total profit. So sales is done. Now I will write another column for cost, which will be related. So I'm this using this related to bring column from product dimension table. Product cost into unit. So this is my cost, and I will write another calculated column for profit, which will be related profit uh, related profit per product into unit. So we are done with the profit, cost, and sales calculations. And I think our data modeling is complete with this. And any further calculations we can do it afterwards also. But the basic data modeling is done. I forgot one thing in data modeling. I will have to link this date table to sales on date column. And also I will create a date hierarchy on this date table to show year and quarter on the same x-axis. So we have not calculated year here. So let's add a year column as well, which will be year of date. So I will choose year and create a hierarchy and rename this as date hierarchy. Now I will add quarter name in this hierarchy, add to hierarchy. So in this hierarchy, I have year and quarter. That is sufficient for my task. Now let's start the report development. So here I have my color codes, which I'm going to use in my report. For you guys, I will show you a website from where you can choose the complementary colors and copy the color codes. So this is the website from where you can choose your complementary colors and copy the color codes. Let's head towards the report development. In our report, the report layout is going to be a horizontal one, and the size will be, I'm choosing custom from here, and let the height be 1100 and width be 1500. Okay, so I'm going to choose this size, and I will copy the background color code and apply it here in canvas background. Remove the transparency. Now let's add headers of the report. So for header, I will insert a shape, rectangular shape, and I will keep it white. So in fill, I will fill white, and in border, I will turn off the border. And in text, let's name it as Mexico toy sales report. And font color, make it black, and increase the font, make it bold, and I will align it to left and add some padding so that I can add any icon for this report. So let it be 150. Now, first of all, I'm going to create a report structure. So for layout, I will use shapes and fill it as white, turn off the border, and we can add shadow, and in shape I can make the corners a little bit of round, let's say 4, and this will be my card. So I'm going to add four cards. So I will place 4 card placeholders. So it's difficult to align the visuals by dragging. So there is an option for that. You can place the first placeholder and the last placeholder as per the width of the report, like how much width you want to leave from left and from right. And now you can select all these placeholders at once and go to format and then go to align and distribute horizontally and also align top so that it will be aligned. And I will add one, I will copy this and place it here for a chart, and copy this again. I will move up a little bit and let's copy this again. So I will create four visualizations and copy this again. So our layout is ready. Now what we will have to do is we'll have to add cards and icons. So first of all, we will work on these cards. That is, I will add sales measure here and cost, then units, and then profit. For that, we can also use icons to show the sales value and the profit value. So how do I add icons to my report? So this is the website flaticon.com from where I pick up the icons that I need and use in my report. So let's search for sales, and I will use this for sales and this one in the report title. And do we have anything for cost? Cost. For cost, I will take this icon, and now I will search for profit. For profit, I will use this one. For units, we can use this one. Let's go back to report and add these icons. For that, go to insert image. Now let's add a multi-row card and add sales measure here. So it will be sum of sales. Let's do a little bit of formatting. So go to format. In callout values, we will use bold Sejo UI and make it 17. And turn off the category labels. Go to card and turn off the accent bar. Now go to general and effects and turn off the background. And I will add a title. So turn on the title and add sales as the title. So for this one, I will choose a font Sejo UI semi-bold and 14 is fine. Let's add text color as little bit of grayish, not pure black. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, so this is fine. So we have our sales measures. I will copy this item and paste this here as well, and copy this again and paste it here for profit. So let's rename this their titles. So this will be our cost. This will be our units sold. Units sold. This will be our profit. So in cost, I will add cost measure. In units sold, I am going to add units. In profit, I am going to add our profit column. Okay, so we have created our cards. Now what I'm going to do is I will take a line and stacked column chart to show the sales and the profit over time. So let's add sales and the profit in in line chart. Sorry. So let's add sales in column y-axis, profit in line y-axis, and in x-axis I'm going to add date hierarchy. And now I want year quarter, so I will go one level down in this hierarchy. This is what I need. Now I will do a little bit of formatting. So in x-axis, I will turn off the title. I will make this colored black so that it's visible and increase it to 10. Now x-axis is done. Go to y-axis and here also make it 10. then color to black, and turn off the title, or we can keep this title and say it as sales. And then I'll turn on the secondary y-axis, which is our profit in our case, and also increase it to 10, make the color black, and add title as profit. Now legends, I will position it to bottom center, and text, make it dark, and I will remove the title. Grid lines, go to horizontal grid lines and make it solid. You can choose anything from dash to dotted. I'm using solid. Go to vertical and make it solid as well. I will not increase the thickness. I will change this color to a little bit of darker so that I can see the separation between ears. uh, Choose little light. Yeah, this is fine. Now in columns I'm going to choose a bar color which I have already taken from here. So I will copy this color code and add it in the column section of this. So let's copy paste it, and the line in the line I can add a color. I will turn on the markers. Let's go to columns again and increase the inner padding to 50, and it's looking good. Now I will add a title, but I'm not going to use the chart title. I will add a text box for title. So for that, go to general and turn off this title. I'm going to copy this visual and paste it for the another chart, which is sales over time. Sales over time. For in this, I'm going to use a line chart, and I will use. I'm not going to use profit. I'm going to use sales over time, and then in legend I will add store location. So this is fine. Now let's add a bar chart to show top products, to show profit by product. So in the x-axis I'm going to use product name, and in y-axis I'm going to use profit. Now let's make it top 10 products. So go to product and in filter type choose top n, show items, right, it as top 10. By value we will have to filter by profit, so add sum of profit here and apply filter. So now it's showing me only 10 values. Similarly I'm going to copy this visual. Similarly I'm going to copy this chart and add it below, and instead of product name I want to show store name, and add top 10 store. So go to store name and in filter type choose top n, add top 10, by value choose profit, and apply filter. So top 10 filter has been applied. Now I can see that the formatting is not good for the bar chart. So instead of doing all the formatting again, I am going to use format painter and copy the formatting of the column chart and paste the formatting here. Now I will have to do a little bit of changes. So go to format. In spacing you can see minimum category width, make it as 20, and yes, it's done. Now I can see that the names are not readable here. So for that what I will have to do is go to x-axis, and where is that? Yeah. So for that go to y-axis and increase the maximum area width to 50%. Now I am going to make this sum of profit to profit and copy this in format painter and copy the formatting to this chart as well. So now I will have to add titles to these charts. So for titles I'm going to use a shape. So go to insert, in shape add a rectangular shape, and go to style, turn off the fill, turn off the border, and turn on the text and add titles here. So for the first chart, I'm going to say sales versus profit over time. Add the font color as black. Make it left aligned and increase the font size. Make it semi bold. Increase the font size to 12 is fine. So the title is fine. I can add a lighter color instead of the bold color, so make it 20% lighter so that the charts are more readable. Now I will copy this and add everywhere. In all the charts. So I have added the titles. Now I will change the name. Go to style, go to text, and add this is profit by product. Profit by product. This one is profit by store. This one is sales by store location. Location. Now I can add a slicer panel to filter the report. So for that, let's add a shape and go to style. In fill, I am going to use a lighter color, turn off the border, and I will add some slicers on top of it. So let's add some slicers. Like one is going to be store location. Format the slicer, make it drop down, and I will change the name of the header. Then I will make it semi bold. Slicer settings, go to turn off the multi select with control. Go to values, reduce the padding. I will remove the background of this. So turn off the background, and I will go to visual and add in values, go to add a background color to white, and it's done. So I've added let's make the store location header as white, so it's more visible. And then I will copy paste this visual for another slicer, that is product name, or I have anything, I can add product category. Let's align these slices. Go to format, align left, and then distribute vertically. So the alignment is done. Now I can insert a shape. Let's add white here. And now for filter, I am going to add a icon. So go to flat icon and search for filter. So I will choose this, download, and add it here. So let's add here in this report. Now we'll have to create a bookmark. So go to view, turn on the selection and bookmark pane. And here I have shape, slicers, and this shape. Let's create a group for this everything. I will create a group and name it as slicer pane. This image is filter image. Let's add a bookmark. We'll need two bookmarks, one for show filter, another one to hide filter. Click on three dots, uncheck the data, click on three dots, selected visuals, again uncheck the data and select selected visuals. Now I will select these two and click on show filter and update the show filter. Now we'll have to hide the slicer pane and update the hide filter. Go to hide filter and update. Now if I go to show filter, it's going to show me the filter option, and then if I go to hide filter, it will remove the panel. Now we'll have to assign the show filter to this image. So go to format and in first select this image and go to action and turn on the action. In type select bookmark and in bookmark select show filter. Similarly, when you click on this button, you can select turn on the action and in bookmark you can select hide filter. Now it's done. So if I click on this, so our report is ready. Whenever I want to filter the data, I can click here and filter from here and hide the filter from here. So that was it for this video. If you like the video, do not forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.